morning. So, this is Amber. Welcome back to my channel. I am getting ready to start my work day as far as school goes, and I'm sitting on the couch with this needy baby. All right, you back off. Anyway, I'm starting to put together. This is Monday, and on Monday, I always write a message to my parents, kind of giving them an overview of the week and trying to give them some information, any announcements, so on. Oh my gosh, seriously, dog. Seriously. Get off. And this is why working from home is a challenge. Anyway, so I'm going to do that on Class Dojo. I use Class Dojo for most of my parent communication. Occasionally, I do phone calls, but I have not had a very good return from the phone calls. So I'm mostly use Class Dojo. And I also use Google Classroom, and we send out paper packets because we're a Title I school, and there is no way that all of our students have digital access. So every morning, our school still gives breakfast and lunch bags that they hand out from outside the school, and they also give out packets of paper, and so that's kind of ongoing. So anyway, I'm going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and write my message. All right, so I have finished up my Class Dojo recording. I've done my newsletter, which lets the families have some updates on announcements and any kind of, I'd like to put a lot of the work that we're doing this week in there, kind of an overview. And yeah, it's my newsletter for the week. So anyway, I did that, and I also uploaded the file for the week, because we do a whole PDF file of all the assignments that we are giving for the 4th grade. We all work together on it and put it together, and I can put that for the parents who want to download and print the materials, or even just look at it on there. But so that's uploaded for the week, and that's good. And then I also went through all of the photos and all of the Google Classroom things and all of the stuff I got from the office at school, and I put in grades for this week into our Power School soft. I guess it's an app. I don't know. Anyway, I put it in Power School, and that made me honestly, that makes me a little bit depressed, because as a teacher, you're taught how to do assessments, and you're taught how to give feedback and how to really, assess how students are doing. And a lot of times with this particular way of online learning, there's no way to truly assess, because the photos, some of them are good and detailed and you can look and see what they're saying, and some of them aren't. And some things, like I've got some students who have been turning their paper packets in to the front office staff, and that's great, except for the fact that I don't want the front office staff to have to spend all their time scanning and taking photos of all these packets. So I just told them, just let me know that they turned them in, and that'll be good. So they just give me a check mark on a list, and that's all that I have for those students, which in some ways it's really good that our state education department and also our district has said that all student grades have to be harmless. They cannot have any like real effect on their grades, this remote learning time, which is important because it's true that not every student has the same access to learning and to the digital curriculum and to the different resources. So it makes sense. It's also very hard from a teacher point of view to turn that grading part of your brain off and just say, well, they tried, so they get it. It's very hard. All right, so this is kind of my office that I work in. Most of the time I actually do most of my work in here. I just, if I have some things that I can do on the couch, it's nice to do because then I can look outside. So this office, I basically just set up. This is so that when I do Zoom meetings, it's at the kind of the right height, because when it's laying on the table, it tends to distort a little bit. So anyway, that's that. So I made my list on my planner today. You can't really see it. Of things that I want to get done. So the next thing on my list is I am going to work on making videos for my math lessons and my science lessons. I've got most of my reading lesson read-alouds done from last week, but I need to get the math and science. So I'm going to work on that now. Yay! So I just did a couple recordings of basically reading aloud the text because I have a lot of very low readers in my class, and I was noticing that when I just input text for them to read themselves, they were doing a pretty awful job on their comprehension questions and stuff. So I am reading aloud almost all the text as much as I can and uploading it as videos, kind of with a little vocab, little close reading lesson to go with it. And so I used my dock camera that I brought home from school, and right now I am getting ready to edit those read-alouds and put them up. I use this free editor, and then I upload to YouTube as an unlisted, and then I just link to the Google Classroom. I tried putting the files directly to Google Classroom, and I don't know how to do it. Like it didn't work very well. It just seemed like it was taking extra long, and it wasn't the quality of video. So I don't know. I must not know how to do it right. But anyway, so I have to do some editing and then put those videos up. And then I have about less than an hour before my Zoom class meeting. And I'm going to be getting ready for that. So I'm going to get to editing. All right, so there's my Zoom class. I just finished. And I had 4 students and 2 parapros that have been asking if they could join in, which is fine. I didn't mind at all. I am a little concerned that I seem to be getting less and less of my students when I have a Zoom meeting. And today we had a little discussion because they're supposed to be watching the read aloud of the book that we're reading, which is called The One and Only, I can't see it that way, The One and Only Ivan. I've been reading it and putting it on my class YouTube page, or account, which is unlisted. And so they were supposed to do some stuff, and so we could talk about the book, and they didn't do it. But it was a good meeting. It was fun. They like doing color scavenger hunts, and they like doing, we have some would you rather questions and some movie trivia, so that at least they like. And we did a math lesson, so it wasn't a waste of time. It's just really difficult when so few are showing up. So I have a class of 26 students and 4 students showed up. It's a little bit disheartening. So, but it was a good class and it was good to see them, and I enjoy having some face-to-face time with them. And right now I need to stand up and take a break because I am been sitting here for more than an hour and I am tired of sitting. So I'm gonna go take a break. Right now, I'm going to go through and figure out what I still have to take video of. So I think for some reason I'm having trouble finding, we're doing this. I know I recorded it because I did all the close reading, but I'm having trouble finding that video file, and I think that's the only one I have left. But I'm organizing papers because they're a mess. I had them all in a big pile underneath, so I'm gonna just organize them. I print out all of my reading and basically the entire packet for the week, just so that I can go and do lessons on video. It's easier sometimes than doing it through the screen share, because sometimes it's a little hard to read when I screen capture. But I'll probably do a lot of screen captures for math because I do want to show them how to do the Google slide version. There's 2 different versions. There's the paper version and the Google slide version. So, but I want to go through. So when my team usually does all of our planning on Tuesday. We usually plan for everything on Tuesday and put together all of our files and make a big PDF file that we send to the school secretary, and she prints those at the school, and they hand them out with breakfast if anybody requests them. And then we also send home, oh, my hair is doing weird stuff. We also send home downloadable copies of the PDF, and I also do Google Classroom with the PDF and making all those assignments into assignments on Google Classroom. Not all of my teaching team does that. Actually, I think I might be the only one. No, one other one does it, but there's quite a learning curve for some of my teammates. They are not very comfortable with a lot of the digital resources. So we're all using the same assignments. We just have a little bit of freedom in how we present them. And that's what we've worked together to get done. I think I'm also one of the only ones doing videos. I'm willing to share any of them, but they, like one of my team members likes to use Zoom a lot. And the other ones, she does a lot of more like one-on-one phone conversations and things. So it's a lot of individual teacher style. But our schedule is going to have us letting out on May. We usually let out May 24th. We don't have a lot of snow days because Arizona doesn't do snow. So we let out on May 4th. And this year we're going to, I think, let out a little bit earlier. They're going to be doing some summer stuff. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do over the summer. We're trying to figure out whether our planning is going to be affected by this new reality of a pandemic. So there's a lot going on, and I'm sorry if I sound funny. I just ate a snack because I was getting a little noshy. Mid-afternoon blues. I made myself some more coffee. So I'm going to get back to figuring out what happened to my video footage and maybe having to re-record it so that I can upload it. I also need to make some math videos because that's the one I haven't done this week, and I really would like to get it done today, all of that, so that I don't have to be working on this week's classwork anymore and I can focus on next week's, because I hate this day by day. I almost always make some kind of mess up when that happens. I might, well, when I say I might, I definitely released some classwork that wasn't editable last week because I wasn't paying attention. But to err is human. It just happens. So anyway, I'm going to get to work again. All right, so I'm getting to the end of the day. I'm tired. It's 4:12, which I'm about ready to wrap it up. I have been making math videos. I'm converting them and getting them ready to be uploaded to YouTube, and then I will have all my videos for this week done. And you know, it seems like it shouldn't take that long. It shouldn't be that much trouble, but it really does kind of drain you to just sit there and talk to a camera. And what I really hate about it is the fact that I'm explaining things like how to do things on the math tasks, and I'm like, but is this what they will have trouble with? This is what kind of comes to mind about things that I think they'll struggle with, but I don't know. So just hoping that it helps. And I know that they've got some family members at home, and just doing the best I can. So anyway, that's kind of where my teaching is right now, where I'm making resources available. Me and my team, there are 3 other 4th grade teachers at my school, and we are working every Tuesday to put together a paper packet with like all the week's assignments. We usually try and have 3 main assignments, so like a math and a reading and a science, and the science and reading we're trying to make cover social studies and writing, things like that. So we're just doing the best we can. Hope that it works. So I hope that this gives some ideas. I'm mostly using YouTube and Google Classroom and Class Dojo. I have had some Flipgrid that I tried, but I put it as an option, but nobody tried it. And I've put out a couple other resources like Prodigy and Extra Math. We've done a little, but I've had very little success, like input on those. So the ones I'm sticking with and kind of are like the Google Classroom and videos and Zoom. Oh, I forgot Zoom. Yeah, Zoom's another one. So I guess that's it. I think I'm going to end off here. If you have any questions, please leave them in the description below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to subscribe for more of content, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.